When millions of dollars are at stake and players' careers are on the line, you'd expect every NHL game to be all business. But amidst the intensity, there are those unforgettable moments where things get a little wild. Let's take a look back at 10 of the wildest NHL moments in recent seasons. Because even in a serious game, chaos and fun can find their way onto the ice. Ref hides a beach ball in his jersey. Game 4 of the 2017 NHL playoffs between the Ottawa Senators and Boston Bruins is remembered by most for the Senators' epic run to the Eastern Conference Finals. But what I'll never forget is when a Boston fan decided to toss a pink beach ball onto the ice mid-game. Instead of stopping play, the quick-thinking ref grabbed the ball, stuffed it under the back of his jersey, and carried on as if nothing had happened. It's not every day you see a ref smuggling beach balls on the ice. Ovechkin's stick on fire. Celebration. When Alex Ovechkin scored his 50th goal in the 2009 season, he didn't just celebrate, he made history. His iconic stick is on fire. Celebration is the kind of bold move you either love or roll your eyes at, but you can't deny it was unforgettable. Rask loses his skate blade. There's nothing quite like seeing a goalie in distress, and Tuukka Rask's mishap is one for the books. When the blade of his skate decided to abandon ship, Rask was left hilariously hobbling around on one blade. To make things worse, Tampa Bay took advantage and scored. But Rask's reaction, chasing after the refs and angrily throwing his skate blade, is what really makes this moment a classic. Barbashev loses his skate blade. 2. Skate blades are apparently a common enemy in the NHL. Ivan Barbashev of the St. Louis Blues had his own battle with his blade when he crashed into the boards, sending the blade flying off. But this time, the mood stayed light as a referee, thinking fast, slid Barbashev on his knees all the way to the bench like a kid on a sled. If only all skate malfunctions could be handled so smoothly. Girl falls while singing national anthem. We've all seen it, one of the most cringeworthy moments in national anthem history. A young girl in a high-pressure situation forgets the words to the Star-Spangled Banner. She bravely returns with cue cards, but then slips and falls on the ice in front of the entire arena. Luckily, she wasn't hurt, but her reaction after the slip, a mix of shock and embarrassment, gets a chuckle out of us every time. Dustin Brown forgets how to use a water bottle. In one of the funniest 5-second clips you'll ever see, Los Angeles Kings captain Dustin Brown goes to take a drink from a water bottle, but doesn't realize he's holding it upside down. Instead of water, he gets a face full of air. The best part is that Brown tries to play it cool and checks to see if anyone noticed his little blunder. Spoiler, they did. Ty Domi fights a fan in the penalty box. Former Leafs enforcer Ty Domi is no stranger to fights, but one of his most memorable tussles happened off the ice. While sitting in the penalty box, a Flyers fan, clearly having had one too many, tumbles in and starts throwing punches at Domi. What ensues is pure chaos, but give Domi credit for not totally demolishing the guy. Instead, he held back and later recounted the hilarious story on the Spittin' Chicklets podcast. Sean Avery's unique distraction tactics. Sean Avery, known for his on-ice antics, took things to a new level during the playoffs against Martin Brodeur. On a 5-on-3 power play, instead of screening Brodeur the usual way, Avery turned to face him directly and began waving his arms and stick right in Brodeur's face. It was so distracting that the NHL had to create a new rule the very next day to prevent any more Avery rule situations. Tiger Williams rides the pony. Now let's throw it back to one of the most iconic goal celebrations in NHL history. Vancouver Canucks tough guy Tiger Williams didn't just score goals. He celebrated by riding his stick like a horse across the ice. It's the kind of celebration that would probably get a lesser player in trouble, but Tiger was more than tough enough to handle anything that came his way. Skinner loses his stick. Jeff Skinner is on a breakaway with no one between him and the goalie. There's just one tiny problem. He's left his stick behind. As he skates at full speed, He tries to dribble the puck with his skates, but it's no use. The Rangers quickly take the puck and score at the other end, leaving Skinner helpless and probably questioning his life choices. It's a moment that's funny and painful all at once. Sully and Force, the Green Men. Now let's shift the spotlight to the fans, specifically Vancouver's Green Men, Sully and Force. These two superfans made a name for themselves by making life miserable for opposing players in the penalty box. Whether they were holding up ridiculous signs, doing headstands against the glass, or waving a cutout of Carrie Underwood at Mike Fisher, Sully and Force knew how to keep the crowd. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more hockey content. We've got plenty of other great videos lined up covering everything from legendary plays to unforgettable moments, so don't forget to check them out. If there's a funny moment we missed, let us know in the comments as we love hearing from you. Thank you for watching and see you next time.